What is real estate wholesaling? Is it illegal? Is it a scam? Or is it real? Is it attainable? And are people really making a lot of money doing it? Stick around, because on today's video, I'm gonna show you 10 quick steps on how real it is and how you can get your first deal wholesaling real estate. Hey guys, it's Carlos Reyes. Welcome back to my channel. On today's video, I'm going to actually break something down for you that has changed my life, that has gained me financial freedom, not only for me, but for others around me, specifically my family. It's been an absolute dream, and man, oh man, more people need to know what wholesaling real estate really is. I don't know if you guys know this, but I've made a majority of my money through real estate wholesaling. My journey started back in 2014, when I had no money, no credit, no license. I had a 9-to-5 job, and I was literally making ends meet every single week. Anytime I got paid, I had an extra few $100s to, for leisure for myself and my family. It wasn't much. We couldn't take many vacations. Outside of paying the bills and the everyday necessities, there wasn't much extra going on. I know that I needed to figure something out, either a new career or some kind of new hustle or even a new job that was gonna provide financial freedom for me and my family so we can actually live the life that we wanted to truly live. So like I said, I had absolutely zero money. And what I started to do was my wife started to handwrite bandit signs for me. And I personally started to put them out every single weekend from 11 p.m. Fridays all the way to Saturday, 2 to 3 in the morning. 6 months later, 2,400 bandit signs later, I landed my first real estate wholesale deal. So for those of you that already know what wholesaling real estate is and are out there in the trenches, grinding every single day in, day out, and you haven't got your first deal and it's been 1 month, 2 months, 90 days, 120 days, do not get discouraged. It took me 6 months to land one deal. And I've spoken to plenty of other people where it's taken them 8 months, 9 months, 12 months. But man, oh man, once you get that first deal, your whole life will change. All right, so for those of you that don't know what wholesaling real estate is, I'm going to break it down in simple terms, okay? We're not gonna overcomplicate this. All right, remember when we said we had no license, we're not realtors, right? We don't have a lot of money, we're not investors, we're not fix and flippers, and we got no credit. We're not coming in with any type of loan. All we're doing is our objective is to find a good deal. We need to find an off-market discounted property from a motivated seller. You negotiate the price of this off-market discounted property with the motivated seller. You put that property under contract, that's right. The motivated seller signs and you sign as the buyer, okay? However, you're not gonna take this property down yourself. That's right, you're not gonna fix and flip this property. You're not gonna buy this property personally. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna create an opportunity for a fix and flipper, an end buyer who's gonna come in here, renovate the property and put it back on the market. But since you found the property, since you negotiated the property, since you put the property under contract and you assign the rights to the property to this end buyer, you get paid through what's called an assignment fee or a finder's fee. So here, let me just draw that out for you just in case you're still confused. Do not use this against me. I'm not an artist, I'm not Michelangelo, but this is the way the process goes. You're gonna find an off-market discounted property, okay? You're gonna negotiate with the seller, AKA the motivated owner, and then you're gonna put that property under contract. But since you don't have the money and you don't have the expertise to actually fix and flip this property, renovate this deal, what you're gonna do is you're gonna find somebody, an end buyer, a fix and flipper that actually could do all that for you, okay? And you're going to assign this contract, the rights to this property to, that's another arrow, the end buyer who's coming in with cash. There is a little smile there, okay, sorry. All right, he's coming in, he's cashing the whole thing out for you. And then what you're gonna get is called an assignment fee. And that's all gonna vary on how well you negotiate the deal, how good the deal is, how much equity there's in the deal. And then when you assign the property to the end buyer, how much room you're gonna leave for profit for that person once that person renovates, fixes the property, and sells it in the open market. But anyway, that's called an assignment fee. You're gonna assign the rights to that property and you're gonna get paid. Now it's gonna be, like I said, $5,000, $10,000, $50,000. Again, the assignment fee or the money that you're gonna make as the middle person is all gonna vary based on what kind of deal you were able to find, how much you negotiated that deal down for, and then what you were able to assign that deal to the end buyer, but still left that end buyer enough room for that person to make a good amount of profit. All right, so for those of you that are wondering, well, Carlos, how do I find an off-market discounted property? How do I find a motivated seller? Well, it's very simple. You need to get your hands on what's called raw data. My favorite resource to actually grab this raw data from is called listiva.com. I love Listiva because you can filterize your list, your data in so many different ways. We're not gonna get into the X's and O's of it, but if you're looking for a single family residential home that has 30% or more equity in the property, well, guess what? You can literally fix the criteria in Listiva, so you're able to pull that exact type of data. So it's you, and then you go pull data to find motivated sellers, right? What's the next step? Well, the next step is to actually market to these motivated sellers. And there's all kinds of different marketing channels, which again, we're gonna be breaking down a lot of this over the next several videos. But if you look at some of my previous videos, I actually break down some of the marketing channels that you can execute on today. Some of those marketing channels consist of cold calling, Google AdWords through pay-per-click, search engine optimization, SMS, AKA text blasting, ringless voicemail, direct mail, so many different marketing channels. The whole goal here is to get in touch with these motivated sellers after you've pulled the data from listiva.com. All right, so now you're in front of motivated sellers, right? You've made contact with them. They either called your marketing back or you've cold called them or reached them in another way and you're speaking to them. They're right in front of you, they're on the phone, and they're interested in selling their property. Your goal now is not just to buy a property or just, another regular transaction. Your goal is to actually build rapport, right? And find out what's truly motivating them to sell this property at a discount, right? Is it divorce? Is it relocation? Is it, are they back on their taxes? Like what's going on in their lives? You're not gonna get to that unless you dig deep and ask the right questions. So now you've dug deep, now you've built crazy rapport, you've made a friend, they like you, they wanna do business with you. Well, now you have to negotiate that deal so it's suitable for you and the end buyer that you're gonna assign the property to. You gotta leave enough room for everybody to win. You've come to an agreement, and now you got to sign the agreement. And if you're wondering, well, Carlos, where do I get these contracts? If you click on the links below here, you get every contract that you're ever going to need when it comes to wholesaling real estate. So put these folks under contract, put that property under contract. What comes next? You're going to find a title agency and you're going to open up escrow with that title agency. You can literally Google title agency near me and you'll find hundreds of them probably within a few mile radius of where you're located. All right, so you found the title agency, you opened up escrow, and by the way, it only takes about $5, $10, $100, $300, whatever you want to put down as earnest money deposit, AKA EMD, so you can actually make this transaction legitimate. We now need to find an end buyer, a cash buyer, which if you go to cashbuyersplus.com, you can find thousands of them in your area that are fix and flippers. They buy for cash. All right, so you have the motivated seller, you have the contract, you found an end buyer that's gonna fix and flip the property. They wanna buy that deal from you. You have to assign the rights of that property to that end buyer through an assignment contract, which again, if you click on the link below, you get all of that. So now you've assigned the rights to that property through this assignment contract to the end buyer. Well, guess what? Now you're gonna make your fee, right? You're gonna negotiate a price with the end buyer of what you want to sell the property for. I'll give you an example. If you got the property for $150,000 and it's worth over $250K, and this end buyer says, hey, I'm willing to actually give you $175,000 for this property, well, guess what? You're gonna make an assignment fee of $25,000 by assigning the rights of that deal to that cash buyer. So the title agency is gonna take it from here. And at the end of the transaction, which usually takes 14, 21 days, maybe 30 days at the most, you're gonna get paid. The end buyer, the fix and flipper, is gonna fund the entire thing for you. So The motivated seller is gonna get paid, and you're gonna get paid your assignment fee, and then they're gonna get the property that they were looking for to take on as a fix and flip investment deal. By the way, for those of you that are still confused for any reason, do me a huge favor, go grab my free book. I explain it in even more detail. bestreibook.com. The link is also down below for you. It's free, it's absolutely free. And it explains everything from A to Z. Let's review some of the most common questions when it comes to wholesaling real estate. One is, do I need a real estate license? Absolutely not. I still, to this day, do not have a real estate license. Two, do I need money to start? Listen, I started with handwritten bandit signs. That's right, I didn't have any money to start wholesaling real estate, and yet I found my first deal 6 months later. Three, can anyone do this? Absolutely. I was working a 9-to-5 job. I was an illegal immigrant at one point in my life. I have no college education. I became a multi-millionaire through wholesaling real estate. Yeah, I think anyone can do this. Is wholesaling illegal? Absolutely not. Now, I have heard that in Chicago, there is some type of limitations involved. You may want to look into those specific laws, but in any other part of the country, wholesaling is completely legitimate. You can do it anywhere from anywhere. I absolutely love wholesaling. 5, how do I find motivated sellers? Remember, I told you it's all about the data. Go to listiva.com and download different lists that you can actually begin to market to today, listiva.com. Another question is, how do I know if it's a deal? Well, guess what? If you download my book, click on the link below. I actually give you what's called an after repair value calculator and a maximum allowed offer calculator, so you can start making offers today. How do I find a mentor? That's pretty simple. Get involved with different real estate groups. You can go to my personal real estate group, All In Wholesaling on Facebook. We're always giving people support and direction. All right, so for those of you out there that are watching this video, I highly encourage you guys that if you've been thinking about wholesaling real estate, please move forward. There are so many free resources out there. I already told you, click on the link below, grab my book. After you read my book, it's better than so many courses out there that are charging $500, $1,000. You can literally read my book, start taking massive action, and land your first deal in the next 30, 60, or 90 days. And listen, I've been able to gain financial freedom through real estate. Here are some assignment fees that I've been able to make over these past several years. Again, I've done over 1,000 transactions. I can't fit 1,000 checks in here, but man, I hope that you get to actually do your first 100 deals this year, next year, or at some point make 1,000 transactions and gain financial freedom through real estate the way that I have. All right, guys, so if you guys found this video informative, entertaining, or educational, do me a huge favor. Share it with somebody who's actually looking to get into real estate, but they might think that they need all kinds of money, a license, and credit. Also, we love to hear your feedback on the comments down below. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. It really helps this channel. I'll talk to you very soon.